Hello everyone, I am Surabhi. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is the next video in my question answer series where I'm answering the question of what is morning basket, how do I use it, or something like what is my read aloud routine or morning basket routine. So morning basket, it's a very common homeschooling terminology which is used for specifying a basket which is kept in your house, which will have specific set of books which mommy will do read aloud every single day as a part of school. It's not that fun read aloud kind of thing. It's a part of school. So when something is a part of school, it's as important and as sacred as curriculum that it has to be done. So because depending on age, what kind of books you put in it, you will realize how much integral they become a part of curriculum. I'll explain to you. So now that is morning basket, a specific basket in your house, which has specific set of books, which you can change weekly, which you can change monthly, or maybe throughout the year. You have one set of books, depending on what books you put there. But that is a part of your schoolwork and very important part of schoolwork. So how it has been used. So one thing which I also have used, like the subjects like science, geography, history, which kids will not pick up the books themselves, right? Non-fiction books, kids will not pick up themselves very easily. Even for the older kids when they're 12 and 13, why would they pick up a US election book? Why would they pick up a book on racism or something like that? Or big heavy chapter books which are strong? They would not, right? But you still want your kids to learn them or discuss them. Basically, it's more of discussing. When I pick up some Hindu mythology book, it's about beliefs, it's about God is there, God is not there, or anything book like that, right? So that time the morning basket becomes very, very important, that you put those books which are not like part of a curriculum, but you still want your kids to know. It's a part of history. When we were kids, we used to read only one history book for the class 6th and we are done with it. We write an exam and we are done with that history. But it will not be same like that, right? There are different versions of world history. There are different versions of Indian history, right? So don't expect your kids to read 4 world history books, but 3 books you can read aloud to them and discuss various aspects of it. And then one which is a curriculum book that your child can do. So that's why these kind of books, this kind of morning basket concept becomes very, very important, where you choose the books. These books are under your control. They're not bound by curriculum. They're not bound by anything else. But what as a teacher you want to impart it to your child, what you want to discuss, you can share your views with them about any such topic, right? So that's why this part becomes very, very important of your school, because it's not about writing exams. It's about thinking about what happened in history or what is happening in the world, or about science also, thinking about various aspects of science, not only just what is written in the textbook, right? So for me, I also used it as like I had books like Tarantula and the Purse or Charlotte Web or like Pollyanna. My girl loves fairies. Elder one who is a reader, she loves fairies. She loves unicorns. She loves all that cute stuff. That cute chotu books in the library. She loves them. But I want her to read these good chapter books like Black Beauty. I've not read it. I've kept it in my basket. Pollyanna, about this one, Charlotte Web I told. So she would not pick up those books herself. They're thicker and they don't have pictures. And she has no idea. But I have reviewed those books. I have bought them, knowing how awesome they are. So that's why I read aloud those books to her as a morning basket routine, 1 chapter, 2 chapters per day. And now, like currently, we are reading Pollyanna. She did not pick up the book for like quite 2 months. But then this month I decided that guys, I'll read Pollyanna to you, and they're like, okay. They don't have option in saying that, but yeah, thankfully it's working. But that's how the morning routine or morning basket can be used for your own benefit, whatever you want to do. Again, I have seen some parents in our homeschooling group. Their kids are older, like 12, 13 years old, and they have a lot of subjects to do, a lot of school work to do. So they do morning basket as a loop basket. Basically, they're looping. Monday, history. Tuesday, geography. Wednesday, science. So they don't do these subjects every single day. But like one day mom will do a history book read aloud, and kids will do the history curriculum as a subject or history worksheet as a subject, and one day geography. So like that also, this basket helps to cover various topics of your curriculum also. For my kids who are very small, they don't do much writing and geography worksheet and all. No, they're not doing all this. So for me, it is not applicable. I don't do it basically. So that's what morning basket is entirely under your control, the way you want to use it. But because you make it a part of your homeschool, it is something to be done every single day without fail, like you do the schoolwork. So that's why this concept is very, very important, that you need to have that routine in your life or in your homeschool schedule as per se. Okay. Now again, people are asking, what is your schedule? What is my routine? So again, I have changed my routines all these years. It depends on your kids. It depends how your home system works. What is your rhythm of your daily rhythm? But I'll tell you what all I did. So when my kids were very little also, kind of, where I had to literally bring them to school. So I have done morning basket during school and before school. Before school is like getting them out of the play zone to the schooling zone. In between the transit zone is the read aloud time. When mama has started reading book, it means they have to leave the play, come back to mama, and cuddle with some mama with fun time, and then mama will finish 1 or 2 chapters, whatever I want to, and then they will move to school. It was like a transition thing I use it nowadays sometime during school, in the sense when my kids are doing the project work. So I anyways can't move from there. I have to supervise them or help them. But anyways, I'm sitting idle. So I said, okay, bring me a book. I will, or whatever book I have, I will read 1 or 2 chapters while they're finishing their project work, which just needs my supervision but does not need my help. And I also have used it during lunchtime when my kids are like really restless, or like, sometimes they pick a fight during lunch, whatever it is. So I will do read aloud during lunchtime also, that, I have done with my food. So they will be having their lunch. They take much more longer time to finish their food. So I'll just sit and read book to them, because anyways I have to sit there to supervise them. So I used it that also. I also use it sometimes as an incentive after schoolwork. Then, the faster you finish the schoolwork, I can read 1 more chapter of Pollyanna. Nowadays that's happening because the book is not, it's long, it's not finishing. So they're like, 1 more chapter. I was like, finish your schoolwork fast. I'll read 2 more chapters for you before we close for the day. So I have used as an incentive for schoolwork also. And so sometimes when your kids are very little, I use them at a bedtime, fixed bedtime, that don't jump around, don't roam around, don't cry, don't do anything, just sit quietly, calmly with mama, and I read these 3 books for you as a read aloud before you go to bed. So that's what, it depends on how it works for you. But yes, it has to be part of your routine. It is a fixed part of routine. You cannot skip it unless you have a very solid reason, like you're skipping school whole day, then it's fine. Also, one other mama we were talking about, she told that sometimes days are bad, sometimes kids are not in a mood, sometimes you're not feeling well, you're not in a mood to teach, so you feel like you have not done anything whole day, you're a failure, or it's just like, my kids did not learn anything whole day. You have that guilt sometime, right? So that time also this morning basket helped, that if you do at least the morning basket that day when nothing else get done, so still your kids learned something. So they say, like, what is your minimum level of homeschooling? So they say read aloud level. The morning basket level is my minimum level, that at least morning basket has to be done every single day. If no other worksheet, no other project, nothing else get done for whatever reason. So that's why you understand the concept. It is very, very critical in homeschooling families or homeschooling terminology or homeschooling world. So practically what all I did when my kids, like how to execute it. So when my kids were very little, again, they were not reading themselves, but still, they had a choice of books. They loved Julia Donaldson, they loved these. So I used to borrow books from library, which were like, which they would not pick up, like about empathy, about kindness, about those social issues. I have read books about racism also. They'll plethora of books, right, about ideas, about failures. So these books my kids will not pick up, but I will get from library or in my home library, and I put them in the read aloud basket, because these are the topics I wanted to talk to them. Other books anyways I'll keep reading day in day out, but these are the books which I specifically used in my morning basket, which will not be picked up otherwise by my kids. And these books needed to be discussed. They were not stories. They were stories, but they need to be discussed. They had to be felt. So that's why these books are a very important part of our morning basket when my kids were like 4 to 5 year old, especially that age. Then the kids became a little vocal, like, you only read these your books, we'll not listen to you, we want our books also. So it's like, okay, you each bring one book of your choice and I'll read 2 books of my choice. So that's how we negotiated. So that also we have done for the read alouds, that reading of each. Then I wanted, when people teach Bible, I'm also a very religious kind of person, so I also wanted to read something about Indian mythology, about Indian festivals, especially because we live in Singapore, so we don't get much that vibes of festivals here. So again, discussing about God stories, whichever I know verbally. I'll pick up some books and talk about this God, that God, God is there, God is not there. All these discussions happens during the basket time in our home. And then again, I told you, like, picking up the chapter books to just encourage them to read the big chapter books. They are also good. Charlotte Web was example, and both of my kids will listen to it. My younger one doesn't read yet, but she loves the stories, because again, these books I have chosen, I know they are adorable books. So, but she'll just her comprehension is also not very good. She's still little, but she'll still discuss with you, Mama, what happened, what do you mean by this? And she'll just and these stories are mesmerizing. These Charlotte Web, Pollyanna, now we are reading. So that's what so both of my kids will listen to the chapter books nowadays, what we are doing. So again, this is something which is very important part of, should be a very important part of any family, where you want to talk to kids, the things which should not get talked during the whole day. We do not talk about religion whole day. We do not talk about kindness whole day. We do not talk about many things whole day. So this is a time, through the books, through the materials, we talk to kids about all this thing which get missed in our routine life. And again, curriculum wise, so anyways you can use them the way it works for you. So that's all is a read aloud thing. Hope it benefited you and answered your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.